Jason the Ray Show. It's Jason the Ray Show. Jason the Ray Show.
Welcome to the Justin and Wade Show. I'm Justin. That's Wade. Wade, today we're gonna talk about books. We're gonna talk about books. Yeah, books. Were you books?
Like you read the book?
Yeah, the books that you like sit down and it normally takes more than a day to read, like legit books. I'm not talking about comic books.
Like books for entertainment or like school books?
I mean either one. Did you enjoy reading school books when you were younger?
No, I never.
You never read one?
I made B's and C's in school. My mom used to get so mad because she was like, and I didn't hardly try. She was like, you would make straight A's if I saw your books ever after I paid for them at the start of the year. I never did homework, never brought any books home. Like they just ended up in the bottom of my locker.
Wait, you had to pay for books back in high school?
You had to pay something. Like, I don't know if you were renting them or what, but you had to go in and get them, I feel like.
I never paid attention. I don't even remember how I got my books, honestly.
And maybe she didn't say, maybe she was just saying that until when we go pick them up.
Yeah.
That's the only time I ever see your school books.
You pick them up and drop them off. That's it.
So no, because school books are ridiculous. They don't update them enough. So you're always, I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about other books.
No, what was wrong with that? Like that, I mean, yeah. Well, that's the problem. That's the other complaint about updating them, though. Then they becomes way too expensive, which is the issue with college school books. Because they always get updated, so then you have to pay for like 2 extra pages, but a brand new price.
So just give out tablets at this point.
Oh, that's a good idea. You're so smart. Oh my
You wouldn't have
God.
to pay for paper, producing any of that stuff. You could auto update everything.
But then you wouldn't make any money off of it. So that's a horrible idea.
They don't make any money anyway. Like the schools are so underfunded. We're not here to talk about how terrible the funding is for school systems.
I was completely talking about books.
Oh, another thing.
You brought that up. I was talking about books. You know, I didn't really start reading like seriously until I was probably in my late 20s, I believe. Ray gave me a book by David Gemmell. So it was a fantasy book, and that's when I got into actually enjoying reading books. I've read like maybe 4 or 5 books all the way through. Even back in school, I never read books. I just BS'd all the tests and just listened in class to figure out what it was about. And that was about it.
So I was so good at book reports and never read one of the books.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, I got into reading later on. I love fantasy books and Dean Koontz books, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I've tried to read some other ones, but those are
I think it's about the same for me. Like I read a lot of comic books growing up, but
yeah.
I think Chris, friend of the show, Chris,
yeah.
Gave me a Dungeons and Dragons book one time he was reading or something, a Dragonlance book. And actually that was probably 9th grade or something. That was probably the first book like novel I read. You know what I mean? And from there I would just get any kind of like fantasy, like Dungeons and Dragons type book, dragon books, you know, stuff like that. Anything I could get like that, I would read. And then I got to a certain, I don't know the last time I read like a whole book through, honestly. I mean, I read a lot, you know what I mean? But not pick up a book and read it.
Gotcha. Yeah. I don't remember the last one that I actually fully. No, there was one.
I like autobiographies. That's something I started reading after I got out of high school. Like I read Dennis Rodman's first autobiography.
Yeah.
I read like The Rock's autobiography. Like I really like hearing people's stories from their side. You know what I mean?
Right.
About things.
I tried to read one of the books about the president, Abraham Lincoln, but it was like 600 pages. So I think I got into like page 2, and I was like, nah. I mean, because he was like this. It was a book by that lady Kearns, I think. She like does all the presidents, and it was interesting because like he got like both sides together always. Even the people that didn't like him, he always listened to them for advice, kind of a deal. And that was the president he was. He brought people together. That's why I was interested. But yeah. So, but yeah, I think my favorite series was by Dean Koontz, Odd Thomas series. That's It's a good one. If you ever want to read a book, that's a good one. Do you have a favorite book? Actually, you know, it doesn't matter. The episode's over. So I don't really care about your favorite book, Wade. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a good one. Hit that
Thanks
like
for
button,
listening.
share, subscribe.
Subscribe. Talk to us.